Okay, let's try this again. I keep cutting out. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to Esther's Espirational Message. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tomorrow is the 1st of October and we're thinking to ourselves, is that time already? 3 months until the end of the year? Well, yes. And is it time to reflect? Well, for me, yes. It's always time to reflect. And as I reflect, I've realized that this year I've covered a lot of ground, but also mostly it's in the past 5 weeks. Now, many of you may know that I was in the States for quite a while, following my dream and creating new pathways, making new relationships, building relationships, and just going where the universe has opened up doors for me to step into. It's been the most incredible and incredulous journey to date so far for me. I've met some beautiful, strong people. I've met some beautiful, heart centered people. And as you know, my passion is to transform, to empower, and to inspire into people's lives. And I've met a lot of old school artists, as you've seen from a lot of the interviews that I've done. And I've been so blessed and I've been so like, wow, this is amazing because they are so heart centered. They are so genuine. They are so humble, but they're still so full of beans and so full of life and full of passion and full of love for their work, but more so to reach out and touch lives with what they do. It's been one of the most pleasurable journeys that I've taken. And it's interesting because a lot of people have said to me, oh, you've been on holiday again. No, I don't do holiday. What I do, and this may be a little tip for you, is that wherever I go, it's about business, but I make the most of it because my business is my lifestyle. My lifestyle is my business and my vocation. And so I mix and match all those together. And so wherever I go, wherever I'm put, if there's an opportunity, I'm there, or I'm going to try and get in there. And I've been called the Rottweiler because I go after things. I set my mind, I set my focus. Yes, I meditate and I pray about it, and then I go after it. And if it's for me, the doors will open. If it's not for me, then I already go to plan B and plan C. And so I guess the message at this moment in time is to inspire you, and I'm going to keep inspiring you to what is your why? What is your why? Why do you do what you do? Are you enjoying what you do? If is this where you really want to be? Are you doing what you really want to do? And if it doesn't bring you joy on some level, then I'm going to suggest that you just step back and reflect. And so, as you notice, I cut my hair off 2 weeks ago, my locks, because they were looking really, really shabby and willowy and all sorts because I had put colour in it and also with the sun, and they just weren't rocking for me. And for me, the symbolization of cutting off my locks was also about starting afresh, starting anew, having the courage to do something different, having the courage to step out of my box and go and say, you know what, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make this work. I'm going to do this because I need to do this. I'm going to do this because I want to do this. And yes, it's changed my look, but also it needed to be done. And I had to have the faith and the courage to make that change. It's going to grow back anyway. It's kind of crazy at the moment, but I like this kind of crazy look. And so the message, the underlying message to this is when you're faced with making a decision, sometimes you don't even recognize that, wow, if I make this decision, this is going to be the outcome. But sometimes we just got to take that leap of faith. We just got to take that snippet off, take that leap of faith and do what we feel is right at that moment in time. And sometimes doing what we feel is right might challenge us. It may challenge our principles. It may challenge the way we've always operated. It even may challenge how we may look on the other side. But you know what? You'll never know until you do it. Bob Proctor talks about the fear barrier. There's something called the fear barrier, that when you're stepping through, when you're moving up within yourself, within your own spiritual awareness, within your own consciousness, within life, you go through this fear barrier where you have to make a decision. And you're thinking, oh shit, What's going to happen on the other side? Do I know what's going to happen on the other side? But you know what? When you step, you become accustomed to operating at this level. It becomes easy, becomes comfortable. And then as you start to move and grow again, you think, oh shit. And so that's what's happening in my world on many, many different levels. And I'm going to share something with you in another audio. So, putting back, reflecting, looking at life. What is it that if you changed or you thought about changing an aspect of your world, of your life at this moment in time, how would it really change everything about your world for the better? And sometimes if you don't step, you don't know. But also, if you think it's not going to turn out the way you would like it to turn out, know that change is inevitable and change is good. So wherever you land on the other side, know that you have the power within you. Know that you have the power within you to ultimately make it work for you. And I'm just going to suggest a couple of tools and techniques that supported me in this transitioning. As you know, I work out often because that's what keeps me mentally and physically grounded. But also the tools that you can do are to read and listen about other people's experiences on YouTube. The tools and techniques that you can use are look at other people around you who have stepped out in faith. And even if it seemingly doesn't seem that they've ended up where they need to end up, look at the change that's happened to them. Look at this. Look at what they've learned. That's my dog. So I'm going to leave that with you. Change is inevitable, but also change is good. So this is Esther for Esther's Espirational Message, and you can find out more about what I do at www.esteraustinglobal.com.